welcome to the show. I'm really excited to be joined today by Ryan Rogers, who is the CEO and founder of TextLocate, which is an innovative software for the trucking industry. How are you doing today, Ryan?
I'm doing great, Andy. Good talking to you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I always enjoy talking with you. I have a lot of fun when we get together. You know, today we're going to be talking about revving up your sales and support engine using automation. So I'm fortunate to work with Ryan's company on both LinkedIn marketing and active campaign email outreach. And he uses automation to support his sales and customer support areas of the company with product releases, exciting features, company news, and it's, segmented to the right audience, right messaging, which is so important. And he's very proactive in supporting and listening to clients and prospects in a much more efficient way. So we're going to talk about some of that today. To kick things off, Ryan, can you tell us the 3 or 4 biggest benefit that TextLocate brings to the market?
Yes, thanks for asking, Andy. TextLocate is really, we were very fortunate to find the name TextLocate. So we've got textlocate.com. The name says it all. So really what we do is we use simple text-based messaging to do location updates and also communication as well. So what we've done is we've created an easy way. We kind of call it visibility simplified. So have a two-way conversation, location update with lat long position back with a third party like a driver. You could communicate with a customer operations team. You could even solicit freight opportunities in the logistics space. So our target customer and audience are freight brokers, 3PLs, and shippers. So we're really focused on the logistics supply chain side of the business.
Right. And you're helping companies save time and save money.
Yeah, it's a huge time save and efficiency. So what we've done is there's a lot of apps out there that do similar to what we do that are great products, very fantastic products. However, what we've done is we've seen where there's an audience that don't necessarily want to have and use apps for constant tracking, or they struggle with getting them connected, getting registered. So this is the easier way to do it. So we look at it, we've kind of looked at TextLocate as a better telephone tool. So instead of a phone call, you can be able to interact the same as probably most people in the audience. You get probably 100 text messages to the one phone call a day today. So this gives an easier way to have efficiently wise, instead of picking up a phone, calling somebody for a location or a conversation, you can all do it through our dashboard or our API connection to your system and have a conversation and location update all via text message. So a lot of people are seeing huge efficiency savings because they can have multiple conversations going at one time, depending on when the person's responding. And then we have the ability to have vast amounts of volume of loads that you can either upload or connect to our API and ask those questions in a more automated fashion as well.
Awesome. And I've been meeting with you frequently, so I've seen your growth, and it's awesome to see. It's awesome to be a part of that with you. It's just really cool. So tell us a little bit about how are you using automation to support your sales and customer support areas of the business?
So it's really something, when we got connected, Andy, actually from a common reference with our buddy Kevin Hill over at FreightWaves, mentioned you, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's something we definitely need to do. We were standing the business up, so we're still pretty young. We're only in our 7th month, but I knew very early with the technology that we had, with the sales and support staff, we needed to use the tools and automation that we could to have genuine conversations. So we're using tools like Active Campaign that you've definitely done a great job helping us set those up, along with some automation opportunities with LinkedIn to drive that from both a sales perspective, and then we also use it from a customer perspective. So that's been very unique because I don't know that I fully grasped originally that I could use the same tool for a customer engagement, but it's worked out really well. And so what we do is we take an approach to writing emails, writing responses, very genuine, very straightforward. We don't want to look like we're big major email blast. What we want to do is hit people with the content that they would want, very introductory, and then get into some details and speak like a normal person writes an email and have an actual conversation instead of just a bunch of ads blasting it out. So the tool we use, like I mentioned, was Active Campaign, and it's made that really effective. And then so that's more on the sales side and sales engagement side. On the customer side, we've actually been able to use the product the same method, where we're actually, like, we have a technology tool where you log into a dashboard, or like I mentioned, connect via API. So what we did was we started saying, okay, how do we teach people how to use it? How do we remind them? How do we let them know when new product features come out? So what we did was we started a campaign. So when you become a customer, like a free account that you set up online, then we send you a message with information. Hey, this is where to go in settings to see our training manual. Here's how this function works. Hey, did you get a chance to try out the location updates? Have you tried the text messaging? Have you tried the scheduler? So we've created multiple email campaigns that are basically really nice reminders. And it's very similar to some of the things that you see that major corporations have. We now have that talent, that skill set, and we have that tool to be able to do that as well for the engagement process.
Absolutely. You're doing what the big boys are doing,
Yeah, it's really
segmenting,
nice.
following up with people with the right kind of content and
Yes.
value attraction, and then relationship building really is what it is.
Yep.
And so I've been really had a lot of fun being involved with you, especially on the sales side of things. So has automation saved you time on repetitive tasks and like reaching a broader audience of people?
It has. It's so, as being an entrepreneur in a small business, it's super frustrating at first because you're trying to send something out. Hey, I just need to respond to this customer. I need to get this information out. I need to follow up with somebody. So inherently, we were drafting the same emails over and over. So then I got it. I use Google Gmail. So I created some templates and I started doing that. And the problem though is without the automation, it doesn't really continue the dialogue like you want to and the visibility you want to. So yes, the automation has been phenomenal, because the way I look at it is very similar to, like, people are like, how do you manage your money? And like when you make investments, that where your money's making money, all night and throughout the evening when you're sleeping, we've built a tool that does that. I don't have to remember, oh, by the way, I sent my email blast out 2 days ago, or I forgot to contact this person because it's been, 48 hours or 72 hours. So what we've done is with the automation tools, it automatically continues to engage them at an appropriate level, depending on their habits and depending on the sequence we set up. And it's, again, what I like to really look at is that it feels genuine, because we really write them genuinely with that audience. But the automation is a huge time saver. And it's a follow-up saver. Like, it's one of those where you get busy and you have reminders. If we're on calls with customers doing demos, or we're at a conference, I know that this is just constantly working while we're working as well.
Right. Absolutely. And I do the same with my business. It saves me a ton of time, in bringing relevant, valuable content without having to type it and copy and paste and all of the things you have to do. You just schedule it, and
Right.
it does what it needs to do, and they'll engage with me when they're ready to engage with
Yep.
me. So from a sales pipeline perspective, what kinds of impacts have you experienced both with LinkedIn and email outreach that we're working on together?
It's been really good. I mean, our response rate, our engagement. I think the way that the content that, obviously you've helped us, write content and make make it better and stronger than our messages. And by doing that, then having the right content, it's made a really good response. Like and it's all not, it's kind of a long game. It's not always immediate. Like a lot of times it is immediate and you get something right back really quick. But you've really got to play the long game, because I bump into people, or when I've been back at a conference here recently, they'll be like, I get you all your content. So they haven't necessarily engaged specifically that person, but they've seen it, their awareness of it. They're cheering us on of what we're building. And then the immediate response is very good as well. So that those people that want to engage and have that conversation, and they see, hey, this is a fit for me right now, then they're able to do things like, we're using also like Calendly for appointment scheduling. So we have that right there, very easy, where they can either, take it, they can go to our website, they can easily trigger an email off of our emails at the bottom. They can set an appointment up. So it makes it really simple and easy for the customer to get in touch with us.
Right. Absolutely. And that's a big part of it, the calendar automation as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It saves me a ton of time. And we tie that into our emails so that somebody can book me for a 15-minute call,
Yep.
or you.
It's perfect.
and they'll do it when they're ready to do it. And, I've been in sales a long time. You always have this funnel. You have this wide funnel of prospects, warm leads, hot leads, and then sales. And not everybody's going to close at one time, thankfully, because we couldn't keep up with it. But when they're ready, they'll engage. And we just keep on providing things of value. And that tends to work really well. So tell us, what are your upcoming plans or any news tidbits about TextLocate that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so we are constantly, we work in 2-week sprints. So we kind of think of it like a couple of times a month, we're rolling out new features and updates. And those could be things like we recently rolled out the capability to blast out more messages faster in groups, and you can archive messages, and we could do things like filtering and things like that. So we're constantly being innovative. We definitely listen to the customer. So sometimes we make it really simple. How many different customers have asked for this feature? Okay, let's add it to the list because it's got the highest, marks or ranking with what customers request and need. Because I think sometimes people, they build what they think can be successful versus what the actual customer needs. And I think you have to balance that a little bit. It's good to show both, but we really listen to the customer and roll out features and functionalities. We've expanded our API for more capabilities. So those that want to connect via that way and trigger automation, we can do that as well, because we're trying to really be very much an automation tool as well. So if you can connect into our system, you can trigger automation any way that you like. So we're enabling that very similar to our CRM does.
Right, absolutely. And what are the best ways for people to connect with you, Ryan?
So we're pretty easy to find. So if you hit TextLocate, you can find us at textlocate.com, on our LinkedIn page. We're just like most small businesses. Feel free to contact us any way that's easiest. Our website, again, textlocate.com. LinkedIn is TextLocate. Our email addresses, our contact information is all out there. LinkedIn messaging works great. Text message us to our personal phones. We're always available and ready. So we're pretty easy to find when it comes to tracking us down and tracking down, kind of the pun intended with if you're a customer, if you need to, TextLocate us. We'll tell you where we are, and we'll communicate right back with you. So yeah,
you're doing a great job of getting the word out there. You've been on podcast after podcast. And I just want to say thanks again for coming on with me. It's really fun working with you and your team. And I just really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, you as well, Andy. It's been a big difference, having and building the relationship with you. It's been a big difference in our business to have the appropriate content to push out, the timing for that to come out, and then just, continue to explore other podcasts and other opportunities that are similar to this. It makes a big difference when bringing that awareness to your brand, because you really got to make people aware first if you want to engage with them. And it's having these tools accessible that are, new tools in this environment in 2022 for small businesses has been fantastic. And you helping kind of dial those in for us has made it even stronger and better. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. And it's fun to watch what's going on with your company. I get to see it kind of behind the scenes, what's going on with your growth and what's going on. And so it's really fun to see what's going on with you guys.
That's great.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. And in the automation tools, we have a free product as well. So you can sign up for free and test our product. And by having that, it's been really nice. I mean, we literally get new customers every day that are constantly signing up. We don't even know who they are, and they're out demoing our product and testing it immediately. And that's via the content that we've put out there to make that awareness. So that's a really nice feature to have as well, is to see people engaging with the content and then signing up for free accounts. And then of course they can upgrade to paid accounts as well. So that automation driving the ability to do your own actual demo of the product has been really nice too.
Well, you make it easy for me because you've got a free sign up, you've got testimonials, you've got all kinds of value, save time, save money. So that makes it a lot easier, when you do those things.
Right.
When you make it easier to sign up and you follow up with relevant things of value, not spam, but value.
Yes.
It just makes it flow. It just makes it flow. And it's fun to be involved with you on that. So, well, Ryan, it's fun to see what's going on with your company. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. So I look forward, of course, to other collaborations. And that's going to do it for this show. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you.